Ruth Langsford breaks silence on ITV This Morning return as 3 stars set for comeback. The Loose Women star was on the show for 14 years alongside her ex-husband Eamonn Holmes. Ruth Langsford has spoken out about a potential return to This Morning. It comes after it was reported a shake-up is planned on the ITV show after the current boss announced his exit. Ruth, who used to host the show alongside ex-husband Eamonn Holmes, was named by sources to The Sun as one of 3 presenters who could return to the show amid a ratings dive. Rylan Clark and Amanda Holden are also said to be being considered to make a comeback. As she touched down in Australia to work on the I'm a Celebrity spin-off show Unpacked, Ruth addressed a possible return, saying, "I don't know, I haven't been on it for 2 years. Never say never." Read more. Alison Hammond, devastated, as she breaks silence on This Morning colleague's sad reason for exit. Ruth was on the show for a lengthy 14 years alongside Eamonn. They were replaced in 2020 by current hosts Dermot O'Leary and Alison Hammond. Eamonn has taken aim at the show numerous times since, while Ruth, who is still a main presenter on the channel's Loose Women, has not spoken out about the exit. Eamonn claimed he was let go by ITV back in 2020 after remarks he made during the coronavirus crisis. In an interview with Dan Wooten on GB News, he claimed comments on 5G had sparked boss's decision to axe him. 750 complaints were lodged with broadcasting watchdog Ofcom when Eamonn questioned why the mainstream media had shut down alleged links between 5G and the coronavirus outbreak. He said, "They weren't kind when they tossed me out of the door and didn't care where I was going." Martin Frizzell, 65, announced he was leaving his position of editor of the ITV show to help his family yesterday. His wife, TV star Fiona Phillips, announced she had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's last year at age 62. He said, "Next year I'm expecting my family priorities to change, so I need to free up time for them. I love my team at ITV and will miss them and the thrill of live telly, but it's an always on, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week commitment and I won't be able to do both." He then added, "It's been a privilege to lead truly great presenters and producers. Between us we've turned out more than 6,000 hours of live topical telly, that's around 20,000 items, and whilst the gongs are always nice, I'm most proud of the change we made to so many lives, even saving a fair few with our campaigns on anti-suicide, menopause, testicular cancer and how to items." Eamonn Holmes pays emotional tribute to late father as fans all say same thing. Introduction. In an emotional moment shared with his fans and followers, renowned broadcaster Eamonn Holmes has paid a heartfelt tribute to his late father, who passed away recently. The renowned TV presenter, known for his work on This Morning and GB News, took to social media to express his deep sorrow and admiration for his father's legacy. The touching post quickly went viral, with hundreds of fans and celebrities offering their condolences and support. Holmes, who has built a career out of connecting with audiences through his candid, often humorous approach to news and entertainment, shared a different side of himself on social media as he reflected on the loss of his father. The message, which conveyed grief, love, and a sense of loss, resonated deeply with his followers, who flooded his post with supportive comments. Interestingly, one specific sentiment emerged across the replies. Fans and fellow public figures alike all seemed to echo the same words, highlighting the personal impact Holmes' tribute had on them. The tribute. Eamonn Holmes' tribute began with a photograph of his father, a man he described as a tower of strength throughout his life. In the post, Holmes spoke about the memories he cherished with his father, and the deep influence his father had on his life and career. Holmes wrote, "It is with a heavy heart that I say goodbye to my beloved father. He was the man who taught me the importance of hard work, the value of laughter, and the power of kindness. He was not just a father, but a mentor, a friend, and a guiding light. His wisdom shaped who I am today, and I will carry that with me for the rest of my life. I am heartbroken to have lost him, but I take comfort in knowing that his legacy lives on through me and the family he leaves behind. Rest in peace, Dad. You will forever be in my heart." The tribute was a simple but powerful message of love, loss, and the enduring bond between father and son. As Holmes' followers began to comment, many praised the sincerity and emotional depth of his words, sharing their own stories of loss and love. The outpouring of support. As the post spread across social media, Eamonn Holmes received a wave of support from fans, colleagues, and celebrities. The comment section of his post was filled with messages of sympathy, admiration, and gratitude. Among the comments, one recurring phrase stood out: "Your dad would be so proud of you." Fans, who had followed Holmes' career for decades, echoed this sentiment in nearly every reply. They praised his courage in sharing such an intimate moment with the world, and many commented on how they could feel the love he had for his father through his words. It seemed that, for many of his fans, this tribute wasn't just about honoring a father, but also about recognizing the deep emotional intelligence and kindness that Eamonn Holmes had exhibited throughout his career. One fan commented, "You have always been so open with your emotions, Eamonn. Your dad would be so proud of you, just as we all are. Sending you all my love and thoughts during this difficult time." Another fan expressed their admiration, saying, "I can't imagine the pain of losing a parent. Your tribute is so moving. Your dad would have been incredibly proud of the man you've become. You've been an inspiration to so many." Even famous personalities, including fellow broadcasters and celebrities, left messages of support. Longtime friend and TV personality Ruth Langsford, who co-hosted with Holmes on This Morning for many years, posted a message saying, "Eamonn, you've always spoken so lovingly of your father. I know how much he meant to you. I'm thinking of you during this incredibly difficult time. Sending you love." Another well-known face, former Good Morning Britain host Piers Morgan, offered his condolences, writing, "So sorry for your loss, Eamonn. You and your family are in my thoughts." The overwhelming response to Holmes' tribute showed not only the respect people had for his father, but also the profound effect that his emotional openness had on his audience. Fans share personal stories. As the tributes continued to pour in, many fans took the opportunity to share their own stories of loss, using the hashtag #YourDadWouldBeProud. It became a way for people to bond over shared experiences of grief and love, and a sense of solidarity emerged as people reflected on the legacies of their own fathers and loved ones. One fan wrote, "I lost my dad last year, and reading your words really hit me in the heart. I think about him every day, and I know that just like you, I'll always carry his lessons with me. Your dad would be proud of the way you've handled this moment." Another fan shared, "I lost my dad when I was young, but seeing you so open and vulnerable has reminded me of all the great things he taught me. I'm sure your dad is looking down with pride, just like mine always did." The #YourDadWouldBeProud hashtag quickly became a symbol of comfort and shared understanding, with people from all walks of life joining in to honor the fathers they had lost. A legacy of kindness and gratitude. Throughout his career, Eamonn Holmes has been known for his warmth, humor, and empathetic approach to broadcasting. His tributes to his father are consistent with the kind of person he has always been, someone who is not afraid to show emotion or speak from the heart. Many of his fans expressed gratitude for the way he had connected with them over the years. Holmes fans often describe him as a friend they've never met. His approachable demeanor and willingness to speak openly about his personal life have earned him a special place in the hearts of his audience. It's clear that his father's influence extended beyond their personal relationship. His legacy of kindness, wisdom, and humor has shaped Eamonn Holmes into the public figure many fans have come to admire. A father's influence. In his tribute, Holmes spoke at length about his father's character and the values he imparted. Holmes' father, according to his son, was a man who worked tirelessly to provide for his family and never took the easy road in life. He instilled in Eamonn the belief that success comes not from fame or fortune, but from the values of hard work, integrity, and kindness. "My father was always a man of the people," Holmes said in a follow-up interview with a close friend. "He didn't have a fancy job, but he worked hard every day and made sure that his family had everything we needed. He taught me that being good to others and being true to yourself is the only way to live. And I've tried to live that way every day since." Holmes often speaks fondly of his childhood in Belfast, where he and his family lived in modest circumstances but were rich in love and community. His father's influence, he says, shaped his work ethic and his desire to help others. "He was my biggest inspiration. Even when he wasn't well, he kept going. He kept working. He kept smiling. He taught me what real strength looks like." Moving forward, in the aftermath of his father's passing, Holmes has spoken about how he plans to honor his father's legacy moving forward. While he acknowledges that the pain of loss will never fully go away, he is determined to live in a way that reflects the values his father instilled in him. "I'm not going to pretend it's easy. Losing a parent is something no one is ever truly prepared for," Holmes admitted. "But I know my dad would want me to keep going, to keep living, and to keep trying to make the world a better place, just like he did. I'll take that with me every day." As Eamonn Holmes continues to navigate this difficult time, the outpouring of support from his fans and colleagues serves as a reminder of the powerful connection between the public and the personal. Through his honesty and vulnerability, Holmes has demonstrated that it's okay to grieve, to feel sadness, and to lean on others during the most challenging times. Fans continue to leave messages of support, and the hashtag your dad would be proud remains a powerful symbol of solidarity and remembrance. Conclusion. Eamonn Holmes' emotional tribute to his late father has resonated deeply with his audience, leading to a wave of messages of love and shared grief. In a world where public figures often feel the need to present a polished, perfected image, Holmes' willingness to share his vulnerability has struck a chord with many. Through this tribute, it's clear that Eamonn Holmes' father was not only an inspiration to him but a man whose legacy of hard work, love, and kindness will continue to shape Holmes' life and career. Fans continue to rally behind Holmes, united in their belief that, in the words of so many who commented, "Your dad would be so proud of you." GB News presenter Eamonn Holmes has previously spoken about his grief over his father's death. Eamonn Holmes left fans emotional as he shared a tribute to his father with his 792,000 Instagram followers. The 64-year-old veteran broadcaster posted an image which featured a profound message. "That proud moment when someone says, 'I know your father, he is a good man,'" it read. He captioned the post, "What more could you ever want said to your kids about you? I knew this to be true of my dad. Proud of him to this day." Fans found the thought-provoking post relatable and they flocked to the comments to share messages of support with Eamonn as well as recollections of their own fathers. At VoiceOver Emmy gushed, "How lovely Eamonn. I will always be immensely proud of my late father. So talented and always thoughtful and caring with a good old Irish dry sense of humor." At Swerdlin chimed in, "Well said. My dad was a wonderful, caring kind man loved by so many. A true gentleman never forgotten, missed each day." At Catheggerton empathized, "I know that feeling and understand how it makes you feel. I worked for Courtaulds for a number of years as did my dad before me. Numerous people would tell me, 'Your dad was a gentleman.'" At BPS Rafferty complimented Eamonn on the sentiment writing, "Eamonn, it's a good posting. Regrettably many families don't see it's important to say this to the living." Meanwhile at Isantoom revealed they had a personal connection to Eamonn's father telling him, "My husband is a relative of yours and he thought the world of your lovely dad." Eamonn's father Leonard died in 1991 at the age of 64 from a sudden heart attack. The father of four had been in London for Easter when he was told the news of his father's sudden death. He has described it as very difficult to deal with, saying that the worst part was not being able to say goodbye. In 2021 during an interview on Irish TV show The Meaning of Life on RTE, Eamonn confessed he worried he would die in a similar way to his father. Breaking down, he admitted he believed he was going to die just 6 weeks after his dad's death as he struggled to breathe. "One time I was in Israel and I began to feel ill. My heart starting beating and I was losing my breath," he explained. "I was becoming really dizzy and I fell down on my knees. I thought I was going to die the way my dad died. My dad had just died 6 weeks earlier. I passed out and the next thing I knew I was in the back of an ambulance. It actually makes me nervous thinking about it now." Eamonn was rushed to hospital where he had his heart checked amid concerns, but thankfully, all was okay and he subsequently learned how to deal with panic attacks. Reflecting on the ordeal, he said he believed he became claustrophobic at the time due to having to fly to get home.